Hello, how you doing tonight? I'm pretty good. Pretty pretty good overall, I would say. I had a nice Saturday of quiet time and loud time. Kids time and outside time. It all worked out pretty well. I managed to get my son a haircut, even if we disagreed as to how much hair he should lose. I guess that's just going to be a perpetual battle for the rest of my life. I'm a short hair person, and I don't think he was ready for the amount of stuff I wanted him to cut. He's like, no, don't cut that much. So it started. He's got strong opinions about his hair. But yeah, it was a family day most of the day until I went out to the city. Went to a friend's bar called the Hearth. The Hearth? The Hearth. Yes. Normally it's a board game bar, but today it was all about the Rugby World Cup. They have a nice little roof space, so I was up there hanging out on the roof till it got dark, till the game started, and then we were just watching the game the entire time. Unfortunately, after weeks and weeks and weeks, I don't know when this started, but weeks, what feels like weeks. It was weeks, for sure. After weeks of games, which I watched, and learned a lot about how rugby works, tonight's game was pretty dull, unfortunately. There were just... I mean, it wasn't as bad as like a 0-0 soccer game, where you're waiting and waiting for something to happen. It's like there was back and forth, and they were scoring, but it's all kicks, kick, kick, kick. And I don't know. I mean, I guess obviously it's points. The points count. I'm not mad that the teams score points, but it does have a weird feeling where they're playing and all of a sudden they stop and it's like, all right, kick. All right, you score 3 points. It's like the rhythm always throws me off, because I guess I keep going back to American football where it's like if you go down the field and think you can try it, but you're not sure, you try a field goal. Or you don't, you try to keep going. Whereas this one is kind of like, oh, we'll kick. Like there's no question. Like, oh, we get 3 points. Okay, we get 3 points. Unless we miss. And there was a lot of that. I don't think anyone scored a try until maybe the last 15 minutes. Like, it was a lot of just pushing back and forth. And, these kicks are all based on penalties. So it's like, why are there so many penalties? So... kind of bummer. I didn't particularly care which team won at this point. England, South Africa. I have no emotional connection to either of those teams. So, South Africa won. Okay, they sure beat the snot out of Japan, so why not? Anyway, I'm glad I watched a lot of rugby this year. I'm glad I learned the basic fundamentals of how rugby works. I still don't understand a lot of the things. I was still asking a lot of questions tonight of other people. I certainly drank my share of beers, so I'm sure I missed a few important moments during the game. But overall, I'm glad. I'm glad I went. I'm glad I've learned. I don't know what the future holds. Obviously, any future World Cups are going to be held in another time zone, so I won't be able to watch them. Not like this one was. I'm certainly not going to play rugby, but at least if it comes on TV again, I can follow the action, more or less, which is good. Because I like sports. I do. I feel bad about sports I don't understand at all, I mean, there's some sports I find I've decided are boring, and that's just it. Like, I'm not watching golf. I'm sorry. I know it's hard, but I'm not watching it. I guess cricket. Cricket's probably the next frontier for me because it looks like a sport I know, baseball, but I don't understand anything that happens. Like, you read a sentence about a cricket game and it's like, what do these verbs even mean? I don't understand. Rugby, I get rugby. I do. I get the big picture. It's nice. I feel good when I understand sports. I don't know if it's important to understand sports. I don't know if it gets me any important cultural knowledge to understand a sport. I've liked sports for a long time, and I want to keep on board. You know? Agreed. Speaking of on board, it's bedtime. So I'm going to go lay down on board right over there. Good night, everybody. I love you.